Imagine an animal that simply refuses to die. While most creatures on Earth follow the standard cycle of birth, growth, and eventually passing away, the immortal jellyfish has found a way to cheat the system. When it gets old, sick, or stressed, it can literally hit a reset button, turning its adult body back into a baby and starting its entire life over again. It is basically the Benjamin Button of the ocean, and it can do this forever. If you want to learn how to live forever, or at least how to survive a winter by turning into an ice cube, hit that subscribe button and comment down below what topic, city, or wild subject we should dive into for our next countdown. Today, we are looking at the natural world and exploring the superpowers that make our favorite comic book heroes look like amateurs. Before we get to the main list, we have two honorable mentions that prove nature has a very strange sense of humor. First, let us talk about the ostrich. These giant birds are known for being fast runners and having a bit of a temper, but they are not exactly known for their intellect. In fact, an ostrich's eye is actually larger than its brain. Their eyes are about 2 inches across, the size of a billiard ball, which helps them spot predators across the vast African savanna. However, the brain that processes that information is tiny by comparison. It is a classic case of having a high-definition camera hooked up to a very basic computer. Second, let's look at cows. We often think of them as just wandering lawnmowers, but cows are incredibly social and emotional animals. Research has shown that cows have best friends, and they get visibly stressed and anxious when they are separated from their favorite buddies. Their heart rates go up, and they produce less milk. It turns out, even in the barnyard, everyone needs a best friend to get through the day. Now, let us kick off our main countdown with number 10. Meet the mantis shrimp. This crustacean might be small, but it packs a punch that is literally supersonic. The mantis shrimp has specialized clubs that it uses to smash open crabs and snails. These clubs accelerate at the same speed as a .22 caliber bullet. The movement is so fast that it creates something called cavitation bubbles. These are tiny pockets of vacuum that, when they collapse, create a second shockwave and generate temperatures nearly as hot as the surface of the sun. The punch is so powerful it can shatter aquarium glass and literally boil the water around it. If you were a small fish in the same neighborhood, you would not even see it coming. You would just be hit by a tiny, underwater god of thunder. Coming in at number 9, we have a superpower that is more about geometry than combat. The wombat is a sturdy burrowing marsupial from Australia, but its most famous trait is its poop. Wombats are the only animals in the world that produce cube-shaped droppings. Why? Well, wombats are very territorial and use their scat to mark their turf. Since they live in rocky, hilly areas, a standard round dropping would just roll away. By pooping in cubes, the wombat ensures its keep-out signs stay exactly where they were placed. They achieve this shape using their incredibly long and slow digestive process. It takes up to 14 days for a meal to pass through, and a colon with varying levels of thickness and elasticity that molds the waste into perfect little blocks. At number 8, we look at the surprising intelligence of the honeybee. Most people think of bees as tiny drones that just follow instinct, but they are far more sophisticated than we give them credit for. Honeybees can actually recognize individual human faces. Researchers found that bees can be trained to associate a specific human face with a sugary reward. Even when the features were scrambled or the hair was changed, the bees could pick out their friend from a lineup of strangers. This means that if you have a beehive in your garden and you are kind to them, those bees might actually remember you. It is a comforting thought, though it does make you wonder what they are saying about your outfit when they fly back to the hive. Moving to number 7, we dive deep into the world of the octopus. These creatures are as close to aliens as we are ever going to find on Earth. An octopus has 3 hearts and blue blood. 2 hearts pump blood to the gills, while the third circulates it to the rest of the body. But the real sci-fi twist is their brain power. An octopus has a central brain, but 2/3 of its neurons are actually located in its arm. This means each arm can essentially think for itself, exploring crevices and tasting the environment without waiting for instructions from the head. They are master problem solvers, known for opening jars, escaping from sealed tanks, and even using tools like coconut shells for armor. If you ever feel like you have too much on your plate, just remember the octopus, who literally has 9 brains to help manage the workload. Number 6 brings us to the platypus, an animal that seems like it was put together from spare parts at the end of a long week. It has the bill of a duck, the tail of a beaver, and the venomous spurs of a snake. But inside, it gets even weirder. The platypus does not have a stomach. In almost every other vertebrate, the stomach uses acids to break down complex proteins, but the platypus's esophagus goes straight to its intestines. Scientists believe that somewhere in their evolutionary history, the genes for the stomach simply switched off. They are living proof that you do not actually need a belly to be one of the most successful and strange creatures on the planet. Cracking the top 5, we head to the frozen north to meet the wood frog. In Alaska, winters are brutal, and for most animals that means migrating or hibernating deep underground. The wood frog has a different strategy. It just freezes solid. As the temperature drops, the frog's body produces a massive amount of glucose that acts like a natural antifreeze. Its heart stops beating, its lungs stop breathing, and for all intents and purposes, the frog is dead. It becomes a little frog-shaped ice cube for months at a time. When spring arrives, the frog thaws out from the inside out, its heart starts pumping again, and it just hops away. For number 4, we look at the incredible self-awareness of elephants. Most animals look in a mirror and see a stranger or a rival, but elephants are part of an elite club that can recognize themselves. In a famous study, researchers painted a large X on an elephant's forehead. When the elephant saw its reflection, it didn't try to fight the other elephant. It used its trunk to touch the mark on its own head. This shows a high level of consciousness and self that is usually only seen in humans, great apes, and dolphins. Combined with their legendary memories and complex social structures, elephants are a reminder that there is a deep, ancient intelligence walking the earth alongside us. At number 3, we have the ultimate mimic, the lyrebird. While many birds can sing, the Australian lyrebird is a living tape recorder. They have the most complex vocal muscles of any songbird, allowing them to replicate almost any sound they hear in their environment with terrifying accuracy. In the wild, they use this to mimic other bird species to claim territory, but near human settlements, things get weird. Lyrebirds have been recorded perfectly mimicking the sound of chainsaws, camera shutters, car alarms, and even crying babies. Coming in at number 2, we have a total role reversal in the parenting world. In the seahorse kingdom, it is the males who get pregnant. The female seahorse deposits her eggs into a specialized pouch on the male's belly. He then fertilizes them and carries them for several weeks, providing oxygen and nutrients through a complex placenta-like system. When the time comes, he goes through actual labor contractions to give birth to hundreds or even thousands of tiny seahorse fry. It is a unique biological setup that allows the female to start producing more eggs immediately, maximizing the number of babies they can have in a season. It is the ultimate stay-at-home dad superpower. And finally, number 1, we come back to the creature that started it all, the Turritopsis dohrnii, better known as the immortal jellyfish. This tiny, bell-shaped creature has achieved what humans have dreamt of for millennia. When it reaches the end of its life, or faces starvation, it undergoes a process called transdifferentiation. Its adult cells actually transform back into younger states, and the jellyfish settles onto the ocean floor to become a polyp. From that polyp, a new colony of genetically identical jellyfish grows. It is essentially a biological loop that can go on forever, making it the only known creature on Earth that is technically immortal. It is a real-life sci-fi superpower hiding in our ocean. From frogs that turn into ice, to jellyfish that live forever, and wombats that poop in cubes, Nature is far more creative than any Hollywood screenwriter. Which of these animal superpowers caught you off guard the most? Would you rather have the punch of a mantis shrimp or the memory of a honeybee? Let us know in the comments what topic or animal we should cover next, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next deep dive into the weirdest corners of our world. We will see you in the next one.